Hey guys, Rickstar here, and time for my OC talks. So today, like I said earlier, we're going to be talking about Firelight and Broken Lantern, two characters who were my first. Now, mind you, they weren't made at the same time, but originally what it was I would play as Firelight on the Xbox, then I played Broken Lantern on the computer. Mind you, that didn't work out because after a certain while, the roleplay map that I played on stopped working for the Xbox, so I had to move it all to PC, which in turn started the storyline for Fire and Broken entirely. Two characters who were the same character but meant for two different systems, who are now on one system. So the first character I'm going to get into is Broken Lantern, because I should just put this out here. Right now, he's a royal son. He's basically a royal son to Luna. And yes, I realize what that sounds like, but trust me, I've tried making it so Broken is far from being royal. How do I put this? So, his backstory is he was experimented on as a kid by Sombra to basically become the perfect soldier. But one night, changelings kidnapped him and brought him over Everfree, where Firelight was able to rescue him. Conveniently, more on that in a moment. And basically, Broken was so messed up, so hurt, so much. Basically, his whole body was in pain that Firelight had no choice but to use an ability that he learned from his father to absorb Broken and share his body with him, and in turn save Broken's life. And from that point, Fire and Broken shared the body, and then split up till many years later when Fire and Broken were both elite royal guards at Canterlot. So one day, at that point, Firelight finally figured out how to reverse the process of their bodies being together. Mind you, Broken is still mutated from all his transformations that Sombra put him under. In which turn, basically at this point, Broken is far from the royal he once was. At this point, he doesn't consider himself a royal in the storyline. So yeah, that's mostly Broken. He's technically a royal, but he no longer sees himself as one. He sees himself more as Fire's brother in arms, as you could say, a soldier. Yeah, and that's basically Broken's whole backstory. Mind you, there's more. I could get more into detail, but that's for another talk. So now let's move on to Firelight. And I put a lot of thought into Firelight. Basically, so with Firelight, originally he was, how do I put this? He was a Wonderbolt / part-time elite ops. But that all changed once I got more serious into my role plays. I made him more of just an elite ops, but still tied in the whole Wonderbolt thing with it being like a secret mission to investigate happenings of the Crystal Empire, because we don't know where Wonderbolt Academy is located. All we know is that it's somewhere out there. And on the roleplay servers that I played on, basically it was near the Crystal Empire. So Firelight was working part-time to investigate some of the Wonderbolt's recruits that were going to the academy and see which one might have been involved with the happenings at the Empire. So yeah, that's how I tied that whole bit in. With Firelight's backstory though, so Firelight's the son to basically he's in a line of warlords, I guess you could call it, or war kings, where basically his whole family in culture is devised up of people who were born for combat, to steal treasure and rule. So, which ties into the whole part where Firelight's part dragon pony. A pony who's a dragon. Yeah, you've probably all heard of them. Like, they're pretty commonly seen with the rarity and spike ships. Yeah? Yeah. So, anyways, but Firelight still keeps mostly a pony style, but with more of a Scar style eye. Yeah, so anyways, back to the whole backstory bit. Firelight grew up with his father being kind of like this warlord, leading the elite ops for Canterlot, but with power came corruption, and basically Fire's father decided he wanted to rule. But his mother, who will remain nameless for now, basically Firelight's mother stopped him by killing herself in the process, getting herself killed in the process. While sending Firelight's father locked away, so Firelight was left all alone with his sister, and yeah, that's kind of where it stands right now with the whole process and the whole backstory. Then this whole one night that it happened, Firelight was kind of left alone. He was looking for his parents, ended up at Everfree, where he saw Broken being taken away by changelings. So Firelight saved Broken, and in turn got his cutie mark. And that was also the night when Fire and Broken became one. From that point on, Firelight went on to work at Canterlot to become what his father once was. That being the only thing Firelight respected of his father. His ability to basically be a hero to those around him and protect them. That's what Fire remembers of his father best. But in due time, Firelight did re-meet with his father, and basically his father hasn't changed, not at all. And so now they're kind of like enemies. And that's where that whole part stands with family-wise. Firelight's arguing with his father, Broken is kind of like a brother to Fire, and vice versa. Firelight has several kids, while Broken only has one. And Broken is the Force right now. But he does have a girlfriend now as well. So, there's that. And Firelight is now the Force, which probably is not going to last long, because I've noticed this. Firelight's my most popular character. Whenever I play as Firelight, people tend to go after him with one thought in mind, to just state him. I get that, but still, it gets tiring after a while, but I digress. So, in any case, that's basically Firelight and Broken's backstory. Now, to talk about how I feel with Firelight's name, that's a whole nother process. Originally, Firelight was a name that, when I looked up on Google to see what characters' names I could use, it was free. I didn't see any OC art of a character named Firelight at the time. So I thought, this is great. This is a character I can create, but as time went on, I noticed, okay, a few more people have made the OC. That's fine. It's common to have people with the same name in multiple places in time and areas. So it didn't affect me. But when the show created a character named Firelight, that's when I felt like, okay, now I need to fix something here. I need to work something out. And that's when I recalled I have this whole other character named Rexheart, who is an actor who plays as Firelight. That's how I fix it. So now the whole story, now the whole idea of Firelight's universe is he's just an actor. He's just a character in a show called The Elite Ops of Canterlot. It's like a reality show where basically Firelight's the star, a co-star with a few other characters. And sometimes you have guest appearances, sometimes you don't. And and basically kind of just falls around the whole events in Equestria by making them a bit more comical, more entertaining. That whole process, you know? So, yeah, that's roughly it for the whole controversy I felt. I know I kind of made it this big thing in my mind, but really it's kind of simple when spoken out loud. To me, it still feels a really big hit to the head, but other than that, it worked out. Yeah, so I think the next episode I'm going to be talking about Firelight. I think I'll be talking about the first three kids. I'm going to talk about Red Code. I'm going to talk about his son, and then I'm going to talk about one Broken's kid and one of Fire's kids, just so I have all those bases covered. And then then after that, we'll see where we go. So with that, at 11 minutes and 30 seconds, I'll be seeing you. See you, everyone. Peace. Oh yeah, also before I go, let me know how you feel about this camera view. I'm still not quite sure I like it, but I feel like I have to actually use my whole body. I have to keep my back straight just so you guys can see me properly. So let me know if you guys like it, if you dislike it, if you want me to move it back to my normal corner or whatever. Because, yeah. Anyways, with that, adios.